Right, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be playing some Tifa because I asked in the last video and y'all said, hey, I do want to see some Tifa. So I figured I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it in Gruul and do something different. And honestly, real talk, some of y'all are gooning way too hard over Tifa. Like some of y'all jumped in the Discord just going way too hard on this. That's probably the wrong phrase to use, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's look at this deck. All right, so we're going to start with some turn inside out. This is a way to just pump our creatures, especially if you're pumping a Tifa. Obviously, give it bigger power, makes it easier to kill your opponent. We can do a little bit of fun stuff here with Wild Ride because we can give Tifa haste, possibly, and kill somebody that way. We do have a couple of Bushwhack that can help us find a land, but if we just in a pinch need to kill something, this will allow us to do that. Then we have 4 Giant Growth because, again, just pumping up creatures is good. Same thing with Paw Patch Recruit. It's a cheap card we can play early, also get us a couple of bodies in some situations. We do have some protection spells here with Royal Treatment. We do have an early Shaz's Chocobo, which we Chocobo, which we actually see in a lot of these decks already. There's some Snakeskin Veil to protect our creatures. Of course, there's Bristly Bill, because why not? And then we have Tifa herself, which does have Trample, which is nice. And then whenever we play a land, we double Tifa's power. So obviously, if we can pump Tifa, say like Giant Growth, Wild Ride, pump her power, attack, like that's probably going to be enough to kill our opponents. We're also going to try some Zeldinch. This is a way we can replay our lands, which is really good. And just another creature that just gets to be really big, which is kind of nice. And then, of course, some Mossborn Hydra, because this is like a backup Tifa of sorts. Only gets to keep its counters, which is actually really good. Lands, we're not going to do anything too crazy, just some Escape Tunnel and Fable Passage. The rest are going to just be regular enter the battlefield lands and just make mana. Now, if you've been looking for a different version of Tifa and you want to play this, as usual, there will be a link in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, if you want to download this and try it for yourself. And if you want to buy any cards, be sure to check out Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. And if you want to save some money, you can use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN, and it'll save you 5% on your whole order. But for now, let's go see if Tifa going Gruul gets wins. Okay, this is a little weird, but we're going to keep it. I think the plan is actually not going to play Chocobo on 1 unless I just see, like, I was going to say, if I saw a white or blue land, maybe I would think about it. But here, I think the plan is going to be play Chocobo on 2, try to protect it, and then see what we can do from there. They're going to be coming aggressive on their own right here. So let's go ahead and play the Chocobo. We'll put a counter on the Chocobo. And we shall pass. Opponent, would you like to kill our Chocobo? No, they're just going to go looking for cards here. I assume we're going to... No. We're just digging for something. I don't know what the dig is for, but there is something they're working toward here. Another highway robbery. Okay, this has gone particularly strange, so I don't know how I want to approach this. I kind of still want to protect Tifa here, so I don't think I want to just run her out. So the plan might just be play a land, play a Paw Patch Recruit, and just see what happens. And then if nothing else, we can try to Tifa. Actually, I think I need to play this first. Because next turn, we need the red land to already be in play so we can use the Wild Ride before we trigger Tifa. So we'll see how much that matters. I'm going to go ahead and just play this for 1. I don't know that the opponent really has anything they're going to do here, but we'll see. All right. It could be like Brotherhood's in or whatever, and we just save a Chocobo. Nope, they're going to go digging some more, I guess. Oh, they're doing Reanimator stuff. All right, I mean, we still might be able to kill them next turn. And then they're going to target our Chocobo as well, right? That's what I thought. Okay, so... I guess we just save the Chocobo, right? And Paw Patch Recruit just dies. And then, ooh, I think our plan is going to work to perfection here, folks. No Arena. We do not want to tap that land. We want to play Tifa. We want to Wild Ride Tifa. So that's going to make her an 8. That's 12. And then we have a Giant Growth for 9, 10, 11. Man, we are not quite... Actually, hold up. If we full control, we play this, Tifa's ability will be on the stack. We Giant Growth Tifa. And the Chocobo gets a bonus. Then Tifa doubles. And that's way more than enough to kill the opponent here. Alright, that's awesome. Sure, we'll keep this. Not great, but, you know, it's something. I think I'm still going to play Fable Passage on 1 and just... Oh, well, never mind. I think I am still. Well, are we? Alright, I'm just going to play this and pass. I think we're going to try to protect the Paw Patch Recruit next turn. With 2 forests, we could play Recruit. Oh, I've seen a version of this deck. This is the Vivi whatever. I mean, there's a chance we could beat this deck, but we kind of have to get out in front next turn pretty seriously. Alright, well, no Vivi so far, so that's some good news. And generally, the opponent's not going to want to attack and trade. I mean, we could protect our creature, but that's usually not what they want to do. Let's go here. We'll go ahead and... Whoa! Not that card. This card. Quick counter on Bristly Bill. We'll go ahead and put a counter on Paw Patch Recruit, just in case. So if they target Bristly Bill to kill it, we can make a 4/3 Paw Patch Recruit and at least be able to block something. Even if just for 1 turn. Yep, and that's why we did what we did. Oh, so now you have a shock as well? Oh, that's brutal. I mean, if they just have the answers, they have the answers. You know. Sometimes you just got to give credit where it's due. Nope, looks like they don't. Or they have something and they were just slow rolling it, saving it for next turn. Oh, you know what they might have? Sacrifice a token, torch the tower. That might be what we're about to see. This is kind of where having tap lands works against us, though, even though we have to search for mana. If those lands were in play, just untapped, we would be able to play like a Giant Growth or something, but not a thing, unfortunately. So we just got to take our beating here. Oh, Tifa, 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 Tifa. I think for now we go with this. See if we can find a land next turn for Tifa and possibly try to go off. Play Tifa, Giant Growth, Wild Ride, maybe? Yeah. That is a thing. Opt is also a thing. Alright. Can we kill the opponent next turn? If we get an untapped land... Actually, I was going to say, we almost need it to be something that's not an untapped land in this deck. Alright. So, we can play Tifa. We can play Wild Ride. We can put 2 of Tifa's abilities on the stack with Fable Passage, stack Tifa, search Fable Passage, stack Tifa. Play Giant Growth, put counters on Tifa, and that's lethal. I know that's a lot. Oh no, I messed up. I didn't play the Wild Ride first. Oh, we needed to play the Wild Ride, I think. Oh gosh. I was just telling y'all that, and I forgot to do that before I played the land. That's terrible. Rookie mistake. I mean, we're still going to do it, but if we lose, it's definitely going to be because of that. All right, put the other counter. then we'll giant growth. So double twice though, so we might still be okay. $11 to 22. Yeah. All right, we still got there. I thought I was gonna mess it up, but getting the haste here is big. All right, attack for lethals. Wow. Okay. Cool. Ugh. Man, have to mulligan that. Tough. We got a Bristly Bill, I guess. See if we can draw some other things off the top. I have no clue. This is a tough hand because I almost feel like we can't play anything until 3 unless we find one of our 1-mana dudes here, and we didn't. So I'm just going to pass. I don't think we're benefited playing Bristly Bill there. Oh, man. Is this going to be just the silly artifact duder synthesizer? Probably. All right, let's do this into this so we can try to set something up, maybe. I mean, this is probably synthesizer turn. No, it's a nesting bot. Did not expect to see that here. Well, not gonna lie, I now have no idea what we're up against, which is very interesting. All right, let's play this. I mean, I don't know what else we're supposed to do, so sure. We have another mountain in hand. Yeah, all right. I mean, if for some reason Bristly Bill were to live, we could double the counters on our stuff next turn. Spring-loaded saw blades. Okay, fortunately we have a giant growth, so nothing will die here. Kind of get to do the max beatings, which is great. So now they have to block with Nesting Bot if they want to kill it. And then we'll play this to get some extra damage in. And what do we find? All right, there's a Tifa. I don't know if we'll get to flip it. But if we can find another pump spell, maybe that's relevant. All right, Synthesizer, which we expected to see. All right, let's find a giant growth. Or any of our things that pump for 3. I think we've got this. Well, maybe not now. It'll still be pretty close, actually. That is not it. Oh my gosh. Of all the things we could have found, that was not it. Yeah. Don't think we're going to be able to win from here. Man, that's tough. We were so close. We were so close. Okay. Yeah, all right. GG's. We can move on. Okay, let's keep it. We got some of our 1-mana things. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this. And if they just kill it on 1, that's fine. Then I think, well, I don't know. I guess we Chocobo, play Fable Passage, try to protect the Chocobo. I don't know. The opponent attacks. We are obviously not going to block here. We're not interested in that business. In that business. Would you like to do anything to a Chocobos? I think here we're more inclined to do this. And then just play another Chocobo. Playing a little bit of a different game at this point in time. All right. Then next turn, it's just a matter of if we want to Wild Ride something or play Mossborn Hydra. Yeah, sure. You get to shoot a chocobo. Sounds good. Interesting. I didn't know those decks had evolved to playing that card now, though. That is very different. Do we go Hydra or not here? I'm gonna guess not, because we could Hydra next turn and play that, and that's probably okay. And we can just protect our creatures here, which is likely smarter. Just attack. Not gonna get too crafty there. Yep. Whole reason I didn't attack with Paw Patch Recruit is there was a good chance they had some instant of some kind, so even being able to pump it as a 3/2 wasn't going to do enough. At most, we get like 1 point of trample through and lose our creature, which is not exciting. All right, another token. Ooh, double royal treatment. Okay. Let's go Hydra. It's your chance to kill something if you want to, opponent. If you want to kill a chocobo, this is it. Oh, it's this town. That's fine. Like, that's not even that bad. Like, okay. Oh, they think they're going to get to kill a thing with this thing next turn. That's cute. I think I'm just going to do this now so they can't respond to anything. We want to make sure we have the green mana already in play. All right. Pass the turn. The fact that I'm not playing the chocobo needs to be at least alarms up for the opponent here. And they can still counter this, by the way. That is a thing those decks still do with Spell Snare. Oh, wait, we're gonna... Wait, what did you target with it? Oh, we're gonna get to put a counter on it, so it won't even die. Right? Oh, no, because it puts it on the other creature. Never mind. Spell Snare? Nope. And then we win. All right. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan. I just feel like... Oh, my gosh. I don't know if it's just my luck or whatever, but some of these draws have been heinous. Come on, can we get a 1 mana thing off the top? No, we cannot. That sucks. All right. I mean, so we get 1 chance to play a Bristly Bill and just have to hope it lives. Because otherwise, they're just going to have enough counters here that we're not interacting with them. So this kind of is what it is. Fortunately, if they don't play their cards right, we will be able to protect a Bristly Bill. So there is that. But this is a big case of like, had we gone first, our troubles would not be nearly what they are now. So if they bounce Bill right now with the ability to counter it next turn, we might as well just scoop. Because we're just going to be too slow. Why did they not draw a card? Oh, you investigate. You don't draw from that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's go counter. I could have played Fable Passage here, but I'm kind of gonna try to save that for a Hydra. I don't think it's gonna be a thing, but you never know. The only benefit here is we can try to cast Hydra, know it's gonna get countered. They don't get to draw a card. So I'm gonna do that just to keep them off drawing a card here. But I'm going to assume that they have some type of counter. Because that's what their deck's trying to do, obviously. Yeah, of course. All right. I'm just trying to keep a balance of cards against the opponent under the circumstances. I don't know if this means they're stuck at 3 land and their hand is just a bunch of counters or what's going on here. Well, Paw Patch Recruit isn't terrible here either. All right, let's see if you got another counter. I mean, if you do, you do. They have to. They have to. You're not playing creatures. You're not drawing cards. Like, if it's not counters, it's bounce spells. Okay. I mean, I guess put the counter on the Hydra. Then I have to wait to respond in case they try to bounce something. Because if we crack the passage first, then they could just bounce whatever. You don't want to allow that. Now, there's a world that if they say tap to draw a card, I might gamble to target creature you control, and you untap it. All right, now I'll just go for it. If they just have the bounce spell, they have it. Okay, it looks like they don't. So that's pretty good. All right. So now I get the choice of Giant Growth or Snakeskin Veil. I think I'm just going to Giant Growth here. I should have waited. I could have waited till they blocked, actually. I was a little hasty there. Because they're doing that with the intent of blocking. So I definitely could have got them to block. I was a little too quick on the trigger there. Well, it didn't matter. I think the way they saw it is like, they're not going to want to take 7 there. But then they're also not blocking, so like, then what? Right? Because then the creature goes back to being a 2/2 and they just don't have anything the following turns. So yeah, while they had a great start and we had a bad one, we kind of lucked out, but I feel like their draw could have been better. Ugh. I mean, I guess we'll keep it. I mean, this is not good because we need another green to use a Snakeskin Veil to protect Tifa. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do here. This doesn't feel great. And then they attack. They sacrifice the thing. Well, they have to have another creature. So, I mean, maybe Tifa gets to live. It's a hard maybe, though. Maybe is doing a lot of work right now. All right, Arabella. So that didn't go terribly. Can Tifa go nuts here? All right, so we turn inside out. We Giant Growth. So Tifa goes to a 4, then goes to a 7, then goes 14, then goes 28. Yep, that seems like a win to me. Giant Growth. Fable Passage. Fable Passage. All right, well, sometimes it's that easy, I guess. We'll take those. With all the tap lands, I think we have to mulligan, or we're not doing anything for way too many turns. This gets to be at least a little bit interesting, though. I think we Fable Passage on 1 for a 4. Actually, what are we even keeping here? Do I have to put a Fable Passage back? That's kind of weird. Because we want a Snakeskin Veil to be able to protect something. I mean, I kind of hate it, but I feel like that's also correct. I mean, honestly, maybe we're supposed to put Tifa back. Well, I'm thinking about it. That might have been the actual correct answer. But we shall see. Any chance we get an untapped land here, deck? Just so we can set up stuff later would be great. That is not it. I definitely wanted to find some lands. Pass the turn. Ugh. Draycatcher. That's not great. That's not great at all. This doesn't have haste though, or trample or anything, so that's all right. We'll play this. We can at least use turn inside out to block it. for a turn. Oh, y'all have adopted that card now. Interesting. So I assume the opponent, exactly, will attack with the Draycatcher with the assumption that I can't really block with both because that's a bad idea, right? And there's a chance the turn inside out won't even resolve. And what are we doing here? Gonna Might of the Meek. So it's gonna get +1, so it'll be 5 toughness. Alright, we'll still do this. I mean, we get to kill it, and we get a creature, so there's that. Oh, but they gave it trample. The creature at least goes away, though, so that's good. Wait, what did I even get? I just... What? Oh, I must have accidentally clicked it. No. That's sad times for us. Okay, well, let's play Tifa. And I guess I'll attack with this dumb tutu. I mean, I guess I would have tried to get a Hydra off that, but ah well. Things happen. Storm Chaser, you got it. I would like to attempt to not lose Tifa here. We're trying to put counters on Tifa or not? I guess we try, because... Oh, I can't because they're targeting Tifa. Never mind. Alright. That resolves. That resolves. That resolves. That does not just yet. Then they have something else to target Tifa? No, they have an opt, which could help them find something. I mean, even if they kill her, I don't see how we win from here anyway at this point, but you never know. Yeah, no blocks. You got it. We go Chocobo, Tifa, attack for 4, 6. I'm probably chump blocking with one of those things anyway at this point. I'm just hoping to do enough damage that maybe we can find a way to get a win next turn. That does not help us at all. That means we're probably dead. That's very bad. Because now it's kill spell, bounce spell. Okay, Hatcher doesn't get us dead. That's actually a best case scenario. No land is not a good scenario for us. Alright, well, now we can attack. Alright, that's legit. Yep, that's a thing. I mean, you might as well attack for 9. Yeah, so say I'm not blocking that. I could have chump blocked it, but I'm hoping that there's some semblance of a plan that can come together on this turn. But I don't know what it would be. Not Wild Ride. Dang it. Oh, actually, no, that wouldn't do it. I was thinking I could make Tifa a 4, then tap this and that to make her a 7, but then we'd probably still die. Does this do anything? I don't think it does. Alright, I guess we just pass? So maybe we can find a land to... I mean, all I gotta do is just play a bounce spell here, right? That's what I would get back. But yeah, I think we lost this because we just didn't draw a 4th land. Really, as silly as it is. Yeah, that just gives something tramples. Like, yeah, we're just dead. All right. It's unfortunate. Yeah, not a fan of that hand. This one we can keep. I think we're just going to go all aggression here. Just do kind of, if you got it, you got it kind of a thing here. And we'll just see what happens. Yep, that's all you. I think I'm gonna do this here. And just put a counter there. No attacks. And then we just get raged out of our boots here. Because that would make sense. Yep, no blocks. I expected nothing less. Man, none of our pump spells. That's hurtful. Yeah, don't think it's gonna matter. No attacks. We could chump block some damage here. I think we have to look at is there a spell we can get that would make this matter? If we get a tap or a like Fable Passage, we'd only be able to pump Tifa twice, 3 times, so she'd go 2, 4, 6. This would go 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not gonna do it. I guess we'll just block with this because that's probably the only way we can win. I mean, obviously this tramples and puts us to 1, but we have to find not that. Drawing triple Tifa is not how you win. All right, good job. All right, we'll keep it. I'm gonna pass actually to try to protect our Chocobo. I don't know how. I mean, I know how important it is. How likely is kind of a different story here. Let's do this. Play that to try to pump it. Pass the turn. They did not try to kill our Chocobo. So that's kind of interesting. I would have sworn that was going to be a thing. I mean, trying to block is just a trap there. Yeah, that's just silly. We're not walking into that bit of business. Now, this is where you kind of have to play this the wrong way. Because again, we want to be able to protect stuff with Snakeskin Veil, and I need green mana up. Alright, I am going to attack with the Chocobo. Alright, end the turn. Now, if we draw a Tifa, we could do some things. Yeah, Opt, you got it. Yeah, if we top deck a Tifa, I don't think we can lose, actually. With double Wild Ride Snakeskin Veil. I mean, let's see if we find one, though. Got a Rage? Alright. Opponent tap down. Do we have an answer, is the question. I don't know that we do. Oh, and we ripped a Tifa. Okay, then. So, we Tifa, Sorcery, Wild Ride, so she goes to 4. We play a land, double her power. Actually, we could Snakeskin Veil first, so she'd be a 5, go to 10. We get to trigger. Yeah, I think there's a couple of ways we can get there. All right. So we Tifa. We Wild Ride. Oh no, we won't be able to play the Snakeskin Veil. I don't think it matters here though. Put a counter. Tifa will go to 8. We get to play another Wild Ride. So it'll be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's Exactsies. Not the way I planned it out, but it still works. We'll take it. Sure, why not? We'll try. I really just want to draw a forest here, if we're being totally real. Just so that way we can play double Chocobo or play something and try to protect it with a Snakeskin Veil. But we failed. Yep, Chocobo gonna be dead here. Yep, that's what happens. And another creature? Yep. And this is why we need the green mana. Alright, I'll just play a Chocobo here. Hopeless Nightmare, you got it. You can have this thing. Yep, not even blocking. Disturbing Mirth, sure, you got it. Funny thing is, if we draw like land, we can probably still win here. That's the gross part to this whole thing. Like, I don't even really care if Chocobo's just gonna get exiled here. It's whatever. Yeah, that's fine. It dies. Oh, jeez. Alright, here's hoping they just don't have another removal, I guess. I mean, if you only get 2 lands, this deck cannot beat anything. You're just not built to. If we Wild Ride Giant Growth, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll get rid of Snakeskin. Well, If we Wild Ride to 4, this to 5, play a land is 10. That's not enough. If we 3, 6, 7, times 2 is 14. If it's a double land that searches, right? We go 3, 4, 5 to 10 to 20, but then they still block 1. I guess this has to go. And Tifa just dies, it dies. I mean, okay, well, we'll try to do the thing, I guess. Yeah? Okay. And this is the part where, like, as much as we want to say the deck's not good, you get stuff like this, and it's like, all right. Where, like, the opponent killed everything but the one creature, and that was enough, I guess. Sometimes it's like that, I suppose. But they killed a creature, we discarded one, they exiled another, and then one lived. And that's the game. Okay. Yeah, yo, I'm gonna be real with you on this one. I don't think like here's the thing. I wasn't a fan of the mono green versions because I feel like yes, they have a pretty fairly high ceiling, but they also have a very low floor. And what I mean by that is they can win very quickly and do big over the top things, but at the same time, they can have a lot of clunky draws where like you draw too many of the search lands, or you're on the draw and you get like 2 and 3 mana things that just die before you get to do anything with them. Right? There's a lot of weird draws like that. And I think the biggest thing for me is when trying to decide if a deck is good or not, I feel like I should at least be able to identify its good matchups. And I don't know if I could tell you this deck has any particular good matchups. It's just trying to get good draws. Now, is the Gruul deck better than the green one? In some instances, yes, and in some instances, no. Like sometimes, yes, because like you saw, we can just top deck the card we need. We pump something up, we double its power a couple of times, and the game's over, right? Because the opponent's not planning on you having a 13 power creature the very next turn. But then there's other times where it's like, because we have to play this different color land, it makes the mana a little weird, and we're not necessarily having enough green when we need it, whereas you don't have that problem with the green decks. Or you can go heavier on the +1/+1 counter stuff and use that. So I don't know. I don't want to tell people not to play a deck because if you do like a card, especially like Tifa, as much as I made fun of people in the beginning of the video for gooning over Tifa, I get it. It's a popular character and people are into the card. But just know that it's going to be very hard to ladder up playing just Tifa. Like the deck has about like depending on where you look, different sites will tell you the deck barely hits 50% or it comes in at like 48%, meaning you're gonna have a hard time just laddering up with it. It's fun, you can do some big stuff, but I would think at best, even if you worked out all the kinks, you're probably like a 52% deck on the high side just because of variance. So just keep that in mind if you decide to play it. But the fun thing is the deck does use a lot of cards that people already have had from various versions of this deck, and the new cards you're adding, except for Tifa, I mean, aren't crazy to try to get a hold of. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. It was a fun experiment. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing this deck too much though, going forward. But I'll let y'all decide. The link will be in the description. You can all have some fun with it. Obviously, you can have some explosive turns. Don't forget to check out Tales of Adventure and use my code to help me out and save yourself some money. And remember, if you want to get extra video content or you want deck help privately, we have stuff for that in the memberships. So check those out. Otherwise, if you want to keep supporting the channel for free, just watch another video and watch it all the way through because that always helps. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.